Yeah, this Ink James. You can find me at ink_James with a Z, and this is Cloud9 TV.
That's forever. Hey man, who is this nigga? Inky James. Man, go check out this nigga Inky James, man.
I'm originally from Neptune, but I was born again here in Columbus. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of weird facts. I prefer Good Time Woods, like single pack. It's already on road. It's smooth, super, and it tastes good. It tastes real good. I got into music from talking shit to one of my bros who do music. My bro Nails, and I like his music, but I made a joke saying like, bro, I can make music better, and he was like, bro, I like your image. He was like, if you can make music that match your image, you'd be great. So I just tried it, and I love it. I love it. I love it more than I thought. Like, it's crazy. In a day, maybe half a zip. Maybe, because I tattoo a lot, so I don't have the time to sit and roll it. Sometimes I have a roller, be like, hey, roll that for me while I work, but probably about half a zip. But I first started like being a tattoo artist, and then once I started traveling, then I started like editing photos, and then started taking pictures. So I kind of did like a model thing, and then like I started doing graffiti. I don't know. I started skating. I'm good at I'm good at a lot. It's just like weird. It's just whatever I choose to be more like into, and then I just shine with that. You feel me? But I chose tattoos to shine with. Now I'm doing music, and I can't wait. Y'all gonna see a different light. You feel me? I'm gonna shine with that. And then once I got that, I'm gonna do something else, and I'm gonna shine with that. You know what I mean? Just like that. I don't know. I don't know what I'm good at until I do it, and I've done a lot, and so I realize I'm good at a lot. Not really. It just like music come like when it comes. Like, you know what I mean? Like when I feel like doing it, I do it. I don't just plan on it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to be honest, there was, but after I seen like the way people act in my city, I don't want to work with nobody. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather work with myself. I mean, don't get me wrong. I make people do stuff that they didn't think they can do when they work with me, and if you hear a different sound even from out of them, but I feel like nobody deserves that here from me. You feel me? Like, because when I was trying to work with them, they kind of played me left, so it's cool. Yogi. I ain't gonna cap, no homo. I love Yogi because, like, when I went to Yogi, and I like Chef, don't get me wrong. Chef is my dog too. Chef guy, he hard too. I like Chef. But Yogi is a little different because Yogi actually texts me and he like when he feels like it's my turn when I'm needed, like when it's like he feel me in the spirit. Like, I don't know, it's weird like when he hit me. But even when I go into the studio, I'd be like, bro, we gotta make a banger. You know what I mean? And he be with it, like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? And like he actually listens. So it's like, you know, like when I hear like when he's making the beat, and then like I'll be like, oh yeah, like that's it, or add this, and he'd be like, all right, bet. Like, he's more like willing to work, and then he don't care about the time. It's never about the time. You feel me? Like, he charged me a nice price, and then we just go. You feel me? Like, it's just awesome. I love his vibe, so I always make. That's how I like my music be sounding so cool too. Like, cause I know as long as he's loving it, I'm loving it. Cause if he ain't on his head, if he ain't like doing shit, I'm like, oh yeah, this ain't it. You feel me? I need my nigga turned. So it's like, that's like, yeah, him for sure, for sure. Dude, Blizz Fleming, I've done, like, I was like his hype man one time. Like, he did music. I didn't do music at the time, but I fucked with one of his songs and I liked it. So every time he performed it, I'd be like right there, like with him, like, you know what I'm saying? And one time he hit me, like, Lil Uzi was coming to the city and he was performing at Express Live, and one day he called me like, hey, you want to open up for Uzi at Express Live? Because, you know, I fuck with Uzi. So I'm like, nigga, what? Like, you tripping. So we did, and it was like on stage in front of like hella people, and like just to be up there, I wasn't nervous, no nothing, but it was just like, yeah, like if I can do this, it's nothing. Like, but now I do my own music, and as you hear, like, you feel me, that shit, I could do that shit in front of everybody. Like, let's go. I don't know. I already know I got it. I'm gonna start it. What we talking about? It'd be Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror. It'd be Bobby McFerrin, Don't Worry, Be Happy. And 50 Cent, I Get Money. On me. That bitch go dummy. Cause when I be like doing my work and I be hearing like, nigga, I get money. I get it. It's like the greatest anthem ever. Like, come on. Like, what are you talking about? Yes. It be them three. Everything. Like snacks. Like all the snacks. Like there is no snack. It's just all snacks. Snack is a snack. Snack. Like I don't know. Like I'll be in the store for like hours really looking like, and then I'll just be like fucking just pick everything. And I'll come home with everything, and then I'll just eat all that shit. Like fuck it. Snack is a snack. Snacky doodles. Rick and Morty for sure. But I don't really count that as a cartoon. That ain't no cartoon. That's that's something else. But I'll probably say like Kids Next Door. For sure. If you're gonna ask me why, because there was literally 5 of us, and I was the oldest of 5, so I was number 1, and then my sister was like number 2, and then like my little brother, like so we was always like, yeah. My brother, he was the tough one. He was number 4, so it was just kind of like, we in this bitch. I like Uzi. I like Dexter.
That's it.
But I also like Trippy. I don't know, something about Trippy and his sound is different. You feel me? You don't just hear his sound anywhere. Just like Uzi, he can switch his shit so crazy. Oh my god, like bro, you could. It's just crazy, and I love it. So it's just like those are like kind of the sounds that I listen. Juice WRLD, I like Juice WRLD sound too. It's like laid back. I like Yachty's sound too. Yachty's he's interesting, even though I don't know what the hell he be talking about. Facts. Well, my middle name James, so, and then I do tattoos, so Ink James. At one point I was tattooed Chris, and that was lame, so I was like, I was asking the universe, like, what should my tattoo name be? And then it just came, like, Ink James. And then I made a song, and it was like, Inky James, Inky James. Inky James, you the man. And then, like, people liked it, and then it was just like, Inky James, so now I'm Inky James, I guess, so, whatever. One superpower? Like I said, probably read minds.
Why?
For sure. I don't know.
Psychic.
Yeah, like, I really don't like people. You feel me? Because you can't read people. So you got to actually deal with people to kind of like know a person. You feel me? But if I could just read your mind, I can just be like, alright, I ain't got this to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, right off the jump. Like, I know who you are. Period. Because I can't stand them. I mean, like, it's just a waste of my time. Like, I do something for them to hate me more. Like when I painted my nails, you feel me? Like, everybody was going like, what the fuck? Like, why you do that? So then I was like, oh, for real? Like, so I went and split my tongue in half.
Huh?
Then I, like, put a cross on my forehead. It's not there right now, but whatever. It was a dermal, but I'll get it back. You feel me? Like, I just started doing more stuff, and then they just hated me more. You know what I mean? Like, I got single, and I ain't gonna cap, and I just started having all the girls. And they just hated me more. I bought a car, and then I painted it all kind of crazy colors, and they just hated me more. So I just was like, ugh. Then I picked up music, and then they just hated me more. Like, they're not gonna stop hating me, so it's just like, all right, like, you feel me? What? You feel me? So I just keep doing more stuff, you feel me? Like, that just make me more relevant, I guess. I don't know, but I'm just having fun, that's all. That's it, just have fun. Like, what you want me to do? Like, fuck them. Like, the biggest misconception is that people think I'm gay, and I'm not gay. That's fucked up. Like, because I decide to be different, you feel me? Like, I understand they decide to be different, I can't, whatever, you feel me? Like, what the fuck? But, like, me, I do it because, like, I'm an artist, you feel me? So I'll do whatever fuck I want to myself, you feel me? And look like what I want to look like, you feel me? And I ain't gonna cap, there's bad bitches that love me, you feel me? So fuck them, you feel me? But when I be hearing it, I just be like, bruh, like, what's up, you trying to work or what? Like, you feel me? Like, I ain't with this shit, like, none of that. You know what I mean? Stay away from me. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I respect the ones that get money, you feel me? Do your thing by all means, you feel me? Like, and they don't even come at me like that, but still, like, that's, nah. I love the ladies. I love them all. I love them all. Like, nah, I'm cool. Tattoos. Like, when I started doing tattoos, like, when I was, like, 17, I ain't had that much clientele, you feel me? So, all my friends was working jobs, and so they was getting, like, paycheck stubs and shit like that. So, they was able to get cribs, cars, and shit, and I'm looking like, the fuck? You feel me? Like, I can't get none of that stuff, so, I don't know. That was, like, then I realized that was, like, one of the things I did, you feel me, was to be in this, you feel me, like, by all means necessary. If that mean that it was going to take me longer, you feel me, or whatever, and, like, spending time with my kids to actually do this, you feel me, whatever, like, that's what I did, you feel me, and so those was, like, my biggest sacrifices, for sure. My mojo.
Hey, that's a good answer. I ain't heard that yet.
I'm for real. I'm for real. It's the sauce. It's the sauce that is way different. It's my mojo. Because one time I lost that bitch, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, right when I got out of a relationship, bro, I'm telling you, and it was like, all of us, like, I didn't know how to talk to females, no nothing, like, my confidence, all that was, like, lost, like, you feel me? And then all of a sudden, like, I figured it out, and then I just got, it just happened, and, like, my glow, you feel me? And then I'm like, oh, yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. I got my mojo back.
I found my stick.
Yes, if you have a dream or a goal, please never give up, because as soon as you give up, like, you've lost, like, you feel me? Like, I don't like people who have talent, you feel me, and, like, really you see that, you feel me, and then they don't do nothing with it. That's, like, the most dumbest thing you can do in the world, you know what I mean? Like, if you know you got it and people tell you you got it, that's somebody telling you, like, God telling you, like, do it, you feel me, do it, and don't stop. It's not like a small goal or a big goal. Anything that you complete that would make you happy. If it didn't make you happy, I mean, it's still, you can still complete it and not be happy, and you ain't gonna really feel successful. You feel me? But when you're happy behind a completion that you know what I mean, a goal or whatever, then that's when you feel success. I mean, it could be anything. Like, I mean, it could be paying a bill. Like, you feel me? Like success. Like, I did it. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like. Alright, what I hate about Columbus, I've outgrown it and they don't deserve me. I hate to say that, but I mean, individually as a person, I know this. But what I love about Columbus is that I've literally, because I've sacrificed my time and my patience and my art and everything with these people in Columbus, you feel me, like, they do love me, you feel me? Everywhere I go, they know me. Like, oh, Inky James, Inky James, Inky James, Inky James. I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for these people. You feel me? Like, they gave me the motivation to keep going. If they didn't call me, I wouldn't be doing it. You feel me? Like, so because they keep calling me, because every morning when I wake up, my phone is blowing up. Like, Columbus, like, you feel me? Like, my music, Columbus. Like, they fuck with me. That's cool. You feel me? But there do be a lot of haters, you feel me? You know you gotta, like, leave to go somewhere else to make your city realize your worth, you feel me? Like, you gotta do that. So, I mean, that's in any city. Every city I've been to, there's somebody be like, oh, we hate it here. I'm like, but you're from here. This is a nice place. Everybody want to come here, you feel me? Like, that's Atlanta, Florida, Miami, wherever, you feel me? Like, people there don't like where they're from. So it's just like, that's just what it is. But I love it, though. But they love it, though, when they leave. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? As soon as they leave, they shake. Woo, yeah, that's wrong, bro. I swear to God, it'd be the funniest shit ever.
If that's the most factual shit ever.
I swear to God, it's so fact. So I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. Like, I hate Ohio State. Now I love Ohio State.
I love Ohio State.
But it's just like, then I go somewhere else and then I really love Ohio State. Like, yeah, my team better than yours. Like, bitch ass nigga. Type shit. Alright, so I love fire extinguishers. I do, for some odd reason. And me and my bro used to go around stealing fire extinguishers. And we used to run up and down the hallway spraying like the inside of the apartment complex.
Wow. Wow.
On my son's heartbeat, we used to do it all the time. Like we used to play like fire extinguishers in the woods. Like we used to just get fried and just play with fire extinguishers. It was weird. Wow. They're dangerous, bro. Like this was like you don't really want to breathe it in, but man, you get some fire extinguishers and shoot it at somebody.
So different now.
The frightest thing I've ever done was driving downtown on a one-way the wrong way. Like it was crazy. Like,
but it's downtown though.
Nah.
I don't understand that shit.
Nah, because I was having like a tattoo. Alright, so look. So my people came over to get a tattoo. And when they came over, like my machine, I had a coil machine and I didn't really know what I was doing all like that. And the machine was like falling apart. So as it was like falling apart, they like looking at me like, what the fuck? Like, so I'm like, oh damn. But I had some more tattoo stuff somewhere else. So they like, well, can you just, can we go there or something? So I'm like, yeah, so now we gotta follow each other. And they're following me. So I'm driving and I'm downtown and I go down the one way the wrong way. And they get the call and be like, bro, you driving on the one way the wrong way. So I'm like, swear, bro. I don't know where I was at. I don't know what I was doing. It was a bad night. It was a super bad night. Yeah, tattoo experience was terrible. I don't know. So, for real, like, in my tattoo life, there's Moses Allen, or whatever. Shout out to him for sure, because he taught me, like, from the beginning. I met him from trying to holler at his wife, you feel me? Like, and that's when I started learning how to do tattoos for real, like, no cap. Shout out to him. Shout out to Blizz. Shout out to Racer Nails for sure. Shout out to Yogi. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my guy himself.
Dripping all the sauce, yeah. All in my walks, yeah. Bitch, I'm a boss, yeah. Love on my talk, yeah. Looking so lost, yeah. Look at my floss, yeah. Love is dying now. Watch you gonna kick them rocks. Why you pick the lock?